Let's get going. Morning, everyone. Let me know if you can't hear me. Yes. All right, before we get going, I just need to do a quick little survey so I know who I'm speaking to. Put your hand up if you're in brick and mortar retail. Put your hand up if you're in online retail. Put your hand up if you are omni-channel. Put your hand up if you are a for-profit business. Leave your hand up if you are a profitable business. Not white paper profit. If you have enough money in the bank to spend the night in Vegas today, you may very well be profitable. My name, as I said, is Dan Holman, and today, for this next 3 or 3.5 hours, I'm going to share with you. I mean, what else are we going to do? Oh, there's 600 people that didn't make it to this show. Let's just spend some time together. Let's relish in that opportunity to hang out and collaborate. I'm going to share with you in this next 45 minutes a bunch of secrets. In fact, I'm going to share secrets with you that are the worst kept secrets. So if you see something on the screen that you didn't know, this is a victory for me today. If I can show you something, if I can unveil something that you didn't know. I'm going to start to talk just for one quick second. I'm representing Management One today. Management One is the foremost authority in merchandise planning, in taking data and converting data to cash. How many of you take your data and turn it into cash? Put your hand up. That's exactly what you do. Management One specializes in the analyzation of data that comes out of your shoppers. They get that through the back of your point of sale system, and then they transition that data into dollars. How to buy, what to buy, when to buy, how much to hold on to. So we'll talk a little bit about inventory today, but really the secret that we want to share or talk about is how do we grow sales. I'm going to start, I'm going to skip this screen because it's not nearly as important as the stuff that comes after it. And if you take notes, if you're one of those people that likes to scratch down notes or take pictures, that's good. You can also go to m1talks.com, m1talks.com, and you'll get a copy of this presentation, 3 or 4 other ones that might be valuable, along with any notes. So m1talks.com. I'm going to share some truth with you. And I'm going to ask you, if this is your truth, put your hand up. Most independent retailers lack a well-defined selling system. A selling system that delivers an equal and specified level of service to each opportunity, not each customer, each opportunity that walks through your door, no matter who they are, how they present themselves, or who serves them. An equal and specified, not socialist equality, but an equal and specified level of service. I don't have one. 80% of your advertising dollars are wasted, burned on bad salespeople. How many people have an advertising budget? How many people spend money to market your store or your business? How many people use dollars to drive traffic? 80% of it goes in the garbage. Don't spend it. I'll go into a deeper why. How many people recognize that sales volume is consequential? Sales volume is consequential. It happens through a successive consequential engagement. Sales is a result. Sales is just math. We'll talk about that math in a second. How many people believe that systems define outcomes? If you have a system, you know what will happen next. You know, I own a point of sale company, and that point of sale company, we spend a lot of time on the telephone supporting our clients. And we have a very well-defined, I'm just going to need to move this down because I keep turning my cheek into it. We have a very well-defined system. When someone calls, the system takes over, the process takes over. If you're on this platform, you go here. If this is your problem, you then go here. We don't do that in our stores. We lack the understanding that the better or stronger our system, the more defined our selling system is, the more defined our outcome is. I own a store without the intention to sell. How many people do you have on your floor that do not have an intention to sell today? We make this mistake over and over and over again. We hire our staff based on their experience rather than their values. Values, the guiding principles, the how people will do their job in your business. If you don't have values, core values in your business today, I urge you to create some. Maybe you saw on there in the Wealthy Retailer, I have this little thing called the Wealthy Retailer. And the Wealthy Retailer really was born out of core values. We define wealthy retail as having a winning core value. We believe in a win-win-win. A win for the store, a win for your partner, and your vendor, and most importantly, a win for your customer. You need to have this environment that drives a winning attitude. Not like Charlie Sheen winning attitude, but let's make some money in retail attitude. You need to be super energetic in your stores. Energy in your store, in your business, is what drives customers to become more engaged. Do you believe that? The higher level energy we have, the more engaged our audience becomes. You have to be admired. In retail, your core motivation needs to be to become famous. How many people are motivated by money? How many people are motivated by making change in the world, by doing good? How many people are truly motivated by fame, recognizing that in my business I need to be famous. I need people to point at me and say, go and shop in her store or his store, in my case. You need to be admired by your peers, by your coworkers, by your staff, by your competition. You need to be the measurement that everyone aspires to. You have to be lean. You've heard this joke maybe from me before. Not lean like this. My mom said it's okay to be a little chunky. It's healthy. You need to be lean. Lean in presentation. Lean in inventory. Lean in expense. Lean giving you the ability to be nimble, to shift, right? To dive. Dodgeball. Right? You have to be nimble. You have to be tenacious. Your values in your store need to be driven by your tenacity. You treat setbacks as anomalies. You get up and you keep charging towards your vision. How many people hire people because of their tenacity? That they're aligned with my vision of being tenacious. No, I hire people because they got 6 years experience at Nordstrom's. Right? Most important, the most important core value in my business, in your business, in every business, is happiness. That we recognize that we must be happy in order to achieve success. Your staff need to be happy. They have to recognize that success comes from a place of first being happy, not the other way around. We build happy environments because we know that that breeds success. If you've had an opportunity to listen to Sean Aker or read the book, The Happiness Advantage by Sean Aker, write it down, Aker, A-C-H-O-R, go on YouTube and search Sean Aker, The Happiness Advantage. It's the best 8 minutes of your life. Well, all right, it's the best 8 minutes of the day. The morning. I promise, it'll be the best 8 minutes of the morning. Okay, let's talk about the selling system. I'm going to talk about a system. I'm going to use the word system over and over again because it defines my outcome. For every single opportunity that walks in your door. What do I mean when I say opportunity? Opportunity. Any client, any person Any dog that walks through that front door is an opportunity for your business. An opportunity to do what? An opportunity to gain market share. To deliver an experience that must be shared. Some people believe there are 6 steps in the selling system. I believe there are 5. Greeting customers. Engaging customers. Understanding their needs. Understanding their needs. Converting their wants to gotta-haves. Presenting total solutions. In presenting a total solution, I handle objections, so I never talk about handling objections. I just present the total solution, the solution that is right for her. And then, of course, we have to close sales. But closing sales is a consequence. Closing sales just happens. If you've ever been to sales training and they've said to you, which close are you going to use? The direct close? Do you want to buy this? The money close? It's only $35. Let's write it up. The romantic close? Oh my God, think about how wonderful you're going to look on Friday night. Think of the way he's going to look at you. Closing is consequential to getting to yes in every other step along the way. Let's talk about greeting. Greetings are 100% more than a way of saying hello. What does a greeting have to do? What's the most important thing a greeting does? It acknowledges that someone is in your presence. It's the acknowledgement that you're important to me. Greetings have to be social, genuine, and not from afar. You need to use this 10-4 rule. Within 10 feet, you get a smile and a nod, an acknowledgement that you're here. Within 4 feet, I say, good morning. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in today. I'm telling you how important it is that you came in today. We need customers to see us as people, not salespeople. What is every customer feeling when they walk in your door? Oh my God, somebody's going to try to sell me something. Walked into a store and they're going to try to sell me something. Those damn salespeople. Right? People got up in the morning. They put their hair on. They put their face on. They got dressed. They got in their car. And they drove to your store. And now they're afraid someone's going to sell them something. They need to see us as people, so we use social chit-chat. We use conversation to help them relax, to feel comfortable in our space. We never, ever, ever talk about us. Don't ever talk about you and your store or your business during this phase. This happened to me yesterday. I was looking for my son. This happened to me yesterday 10 times. This shirt is going to pay your rent. I don't sell shirts. Thanks. Good job trying to engage me, get me into your booth. I don't sell shirts. Right? When someone walks in your store, they don't need to know what's on sale. They don't need to know where the dining rooms are and the dresses are. They don't need wayfinding direction. This isn't about you. This is about them. I say to them, as I move over to needs analysis, to understanding customers' needs, what brings you in today? What's your mission today? Mission? Well, that sounds important. What's your mission today? Are you shopping for yourself or someone else? Everything I've presented myself as is about you. You feeling comfortable here. How many questions do you think we ask in trying to understand, someone's position in our store? As many as it takes. When we're trying to engage this person, what's the number one sign that someone's engaged with us? Eye contact. 100% eye contact. If they're doing this, hey, good morning, doesn't really help. Right? What brings you in today? We need to understand what she's doing, what phase she's in the buying process. How many people have a buying process? How many people have a buying process? I'm one of those guys, if you don't answer the question right, I just keep asking it. How many people have a buying process? 100% you do. You start by dreaming. Where do you dream? Shout it out if you know the answer. Instagram. Yes, exactly, Instagram. You start to dream on Instagram. You start to explore online. And as you start to move through these phases from dreaming about what you want to purchase, to exploring where I want to purchase it, to then selecting. If you want to engage your audience, you need to understand where he or she is in their process, not yours. You have to slow down so that you can walk arm in arm with her, not ahead of her, not behind her. You want her to see you as a person, not a guide, not a tour guide. You know, we're talking about going on a damn tour today. Anybody ever been on a damn tour? Right? Give them your name. Hi, thank you so much for coming in today. My name is Dan, and you are? Whoa. I gave you something. I trusted you enough to give you this. My name is Dan, and you are? Never mind. Just looking. Just looking. Right? What happens when you give someone your name? What do they give you back? Sorry? Their name. Boy, Laura, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it. Are you on a mission? Are you shopping for yourself or someone else? Both. That's terrific. Let's talk about the who you're buying for. This is going to be fun. Tell me about her or him. What's her name? What's his name? What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm starting a conversation. I'm trying to build trust. Yes, trust, the relationship. The most important thing we can do in our store. Engage our audience. Get them to trust us. Why do we need them to trust us? Because we're going to ask a lot of questions. Not interrogation, where were you at 10:30 last night? You know, tell me your favorite color. Tell me her favorite color. All of the things I want to know to be able to start to talk about solutions. We're going to go back to solutions. No, this is a steadfast rule on your floor. And if you're breaking this rule, you're not going to ever do it again when you leave this room. Never, ever, ever use the word help. This is your secret, and only yours, and you take it to the grave. They're looking for you. They're looking for your help, but they're not going to tell you that. And so you're going to keep help kind of close to your chest. I mean, how did you feel the last time somebody said, "Have you been helped? Do you need some help finding something?" Yes. I do need some help. Why wouldn't people just give us their wallet then? They don't want to be identified as helpless. Don't use that four-letter word, right? You're there to help them buy. You're there to help them complete an outfit. You're there to help them satisfy a mission. But that's not what they want to be identified as, helpless. Oh. All right. Understanding customers' needs. Understanding her or his needs is about you identifying their wants and converting their wants to needs. How many questions do you ask? As many as it takes to understand who, what, where, why, and when. Who's it for? When do you need it? Where are you going? Who are you going with? This is going to be fun. All right? This is all about you understanding where they need to be when they leave your store, what it is they need to get from you. How many people talk about budget or price in their store with their customers? Why not? Budget is the number one objection in any sales engagement. It is more money than I plan to spend. I calculate budget along the way. This sweater is $39. Is that okay? Are we in a good spot with $39? This one is $99. Well, we're engaged. I can tell whether or not this is okay with you. I'm calculating budget along the way. I never want you to feel like money is the reason not to buy. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to trust me that I'm not here to sell you something. I'm here to help you buy something. So I use budget to make a connection. Their needs are not about your sales. What they need has nothing to do with you or your sales. Your job is to satisfy their needs, right? Service above self. You're in pursuit of excellence for her right now. You're going to build the perfect outfit for her. And consequentially, the cash register will ring. Remember this. People think in pictures, not words. Do me a favor, close your eyes. I'm going to say one word, and I want you to tell me what pops into your mind.
Money.
Tree. Ladies. Goat. Goat. A green goat.
No.
Go. She said go. Is that Pam? Is the N silent? Pam? Anybody heard that? Never mind. All right, the point I'm making is we saw something different. Why didn't you see the color green? We saw go, we saw money, we saw grass, we saw tree. Maybe we saw a dress, but we didn't see the color green. It's because we think in pictures, not words. Right? When we're trying to understand someone's needs, we're using what? Product. Right? The what's in our store to build that outfit. All right, solutions. Solutions. All right, do me a favor, one more time. Put your hand up. If you left your hotel room this morning without looking in the mirror, are you telling the truth? Why? Why'd you look in the mirror? What'd you do? Why did you want to get that reflection? Be okay to say what? I'm ready. I'm ready. You know, I get up every morning and I go to work. And then before I leave the house, I make sure I have pants on. That's my check in here. Yeah, that's not good, no pants. Right? We give ourselves that final nod when we leave the house, the apartment, the condo, the hotel room, that says, hey, you're ready to take on whatever's in front of us right now. But we give ourselves that nod. I remember my scarf, my earrings, my necklace, my bracelet, my top, my layers, my tank top, my shoes, my boots, my belt. Right? It's about the outfit. How is it okay for you to leave your house every single morning and nod that you're ready to go, but you let customers leave your house every day with a single item? How is it okay for someone to buy a t-shirt from you and no layering pieces, no accessory items, no bottoms? Do me a favor, stand in front of your closet. Close your eyes and stand in front of your closet. Open your closet door and open your eyes. How many tops do you have to every bottom? Heuristic, rule of thumb, 3 to 5 tops for every bottom. So not layering, but tops. Blouses, knits, maybe tees, 3 to 5. How can she leave your store with one? Did you really understand what her needs were? Solutions is what drives revenue. When we start to present solutions to her, you know, this is how guys shop, and y'all know this. I'm gonna take that. Perfect. Load that up. Well, sir, that's a 34. I don't care. I love the way it looks. I'll squeeze my fat ass into it. I want it just like it's shown on the mannequin. How many women shop that way? Now, what do they start with? How do they start their process? They're gonna buy a top. What's the first thing they think about that top? What am I going to wear it with? How many people think I'm full of baloney? I'm going to buy that top, and now I got to think about what am I going to wear it with? Why don't you think like that on your floor? Did we ask that question? You love that top. What are you going to put on the bottom? I might have something that's going to work. It's going to make you look fabulous. What does she want to look in her outfit? How does she want to feel? Right? That's what a total solution does. How do you make things personal? You start a room. You write her name on the door. Why do you write the name on the door? It's hers. It's hers. It's her room. For that next 15 to 55 minutes, that's her room. Boy, is that personal. Nobody else is going in that room until Tammy's done. Very, very personal. And what happens while she's in that room? Inventory, inventory, inventory. Making sure that you have every single item that you need to complete her outfit. How many items? How many tops for every bottom? How many accessory pieces? What accessory items? She's half naked in the change room. How are you going to fix that problem for her? You're going to start pulling outfits together. Doug Arvanitis from Management One. How do men shop? When we come out of a change room in a men's store, what's waiting for us? I'm buying a suit. How many items do you think are waiting for me when I walk out of that change room? You know, with the pants that are about this much too long, waiting to be tailored. And get your foot in there and it's 9 inches too long. 3 shirts, 2 belts, 4 ties, 3 pocket squares, 1 or 2 pair of shoes. Why? Because that's how we shop. I want it all. I want it all. I just got 5 outfits for the price of 1. I can wear that suit 5 days and nobody will know it's the same suit. Do you think women maybe shop that way? Do you think that I can wear that top with that skirt? Probably wear those jeans. Oh, I can totally wear it with my boyfriend jeans. Yes, that's the top. Inventory, inventory, inventory. And not inventory as in add-on. How many people use that word in your business? Add-on. Oh, thank you. Are you being honest with me? Add-ons do not belong in your store. We do not add on to a sale. If anybody's ever told you, add on, add on, add on, you can say, that's okay, no thank you. I generally find complementary items. This is about her, not about you. Add-ons are about you, not her. I'm looking for the items that complement the solution that I'm building. Right? We use some words that are industry speak, that really only we know it. And I need you to start to think about her and the way she shops, what she's looking for. This bracelet is going to completely complement that outfit. It's not an add-on to the outfit. Oh, listen, you need an add-on necklace, sweetie. No. We need to think about her. We're trying to satisfy her needs. We need to be honest. We got to think about these objections that come up as we walk through this process. It's the wrong size, it's the wrong color, it's the wrong fit, it's too much money. Those are objections that you satisfy in the dressing room or in the change room or at the reveal. What's the reveal? When she comes out with it all on. You give her a pair of pants and you tell her, leave them on and let's go for a walk. Why? She puts a pair of denim on. She buys a pair of AG jeans. She cuddles her bum into those jeans and then you make her go back in and take them off. Guess where the jeans are going?
Back on the shelf.
Back on the rack. Where should they be? Yes, on our rear end. Walking around your store. Getting comfortable, taking ownership of that $275 price. Right? And it doesn't matter whether you're selling premium denim or $35 denim. My objective is the same. Wear it, try it, sit in it, walk in it, own it. Let's make sure you're comfortable. Let's talk about closing sales. How hard is it to close a sale when you know you haven't gotten a lot of yeses along the way? Laura, you came in and you were looking for a sweater, and we found a great sweater, and lucky enough for us, we also found a couple of tank tops and a great skirt that goes with it. But I start with that item that she asked for because that's what she came in prepared to buy. And so I always start with what she was prepared to buy. Now, I use that word prepared, but what I mean is intended. You need to believe that every customer walks through your door predetermined to buy. How many times have your staff said, "Oh, they were just looking"? How many times have you said they were just looking? How many times have you said, "Oh man, everybody is just looking today. They're wasting my time. They're just looking"? No kidding. They're looking for you. They're looking for your help, your guidance. They're looking to solve a problem. Yes, they're looking. But they came in predetermined to buy. Have you ever gone shopping in a retail store? Now, let's not talk about competitor intelligence, but real shopping. Have you ever walked in a retail store without the intention to buy something? Why are you in a store if you have no intention to buy? What are you doing? Dreaming? Exploring? Selecting? Where are you in the buying phase? Now let me ask you this question. If you walked into that store and you weren't going to buy anything, but that shirt, that color that you were dreaming of is there. Oh my God, my exploration is already over. It's here. Oh my goodness. It's this amount of money. Does it matter how much a price is? Does it matter how much is on the price tag? Does it matter to anybody how much something costs? If you believe that price dictates your sales, you are sadly mistaken. Price point is not what dictates revenue. Need, want, the ability to convert wants to needs. Everyone that walks in your store has their own price, quality, value equation. Where does value come from? Where does value come from? How many people ride at the front of the plane? How many people pay more to ride at the front of the plane? How many people have status that gets them to the front of the plane? How many people choose to sit at the back? How many want to be the last one to go down when she crashes? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Right? How many people want to sit at the front of the plane? Be honest. Why? Why do you want to get up there? Better service. I'm important at the front. I get off faster. I get on and off faster. Not in this big lineup of sweaty, smelly coffee. Coffee, you drink, I don't have coffee. Right? But there's more value for me. I have my own price quality valuation. I know that it costs more money to go first class. I know it costs more to sit in a Comfort Plus seat, but I'm prepared to pay it because I get better value for my dollar. Every time you feel like you have a price objection, you're not working hard enough. You're not changing her price quality value equation. I said, to use one of those closes when you close sales. But closing sales is consequential. It happens through this positive, successive encounter, engagement that you go through. Sales then just close. What's the most valuable thing your client has when she walks in your door? Time. You are competing for her time. Time also has a value proposition. I'm prepared to spend longer with you. I'm prepared to give you more of my valuable time if you're giving me something in return that satisfies my needs, not your needs. You as the store owner. This is about the customer. Every single action, reaction, decision, policy is to support her, not protect you. How many people create protective policies? Give me an example of a protective policy. How about your return policy? How about your refund policy? Your policy should be that you don't have policies. Your policy should be, if you're not happy, I'm not happy. It's not about the sale. It's not about the money. It's about the customer. Once she's in your store, how many more times does she need to come back? Every time. I love you. You need to be top of mind. You need to give freely of her. You need to show her the love that you want her to show you. You give it to her first. She rewards your effort with her credit card. Right? You want a sustainable business, stop thinking about yourself. I'm saying about that. Yeah, I don't know what city you're from. I know you're not thinking of yourself. Hell, I don't even know if this is the first, but it's the reality. Time you've been in my store. How many people leave your store without you having their contact information? A plan, you get something in the next engagement, follow-up, a card, a path to the next purchase. Hey, man, I just want to. How many people have customers that leave and you don't know their name? It really made my day. Don't lie to me. When you or your friend or your family, how many people leave your store and you're thinking, gosh, I'd love to send you a thank you note, but I don't have your address. What am I asking for? I'm sorry, say it again. Say it out loud, Doug. A referral. How many people believe their business is built on referrals? All right? I said to somebody last night, where should we go for dinner? They said, go here. Guess where we went for dinner?
There.
Exactly where they told me to go. Why?
Recommendations.
I trusted them. I know what their values are like. They're aligned with me. Of course I'm going to go where they told me to go. We need referrals. Referrals make up 1/3 of the traffic that walks through your door. How many people believe that 1/3 of the traffic comes from word of mouth? Okay, well, I'm telling you, so now it's the truth. 1/3 comes from marketing. 1/3 comes from those generic ads that you throw out there. You know, you got a town of 60,000 people and you put an ad in that's really important to 4 of them. Let's be smarter with how we drive our advertising dollars, because it really only represents, in some cases, 1/3 of the traffic that walks in the door. Where's the other 1/3 come from? Say it out loud. Doug, you can't keep stealing all the answers. Whisper in her ear so she can. Repeat customers. She's coming back. She trusts you. She loves you. She makes up 1/3 of your traffic. Now, let me tell you this. 66% of your traffic comes because of the way you serve her. 2/3, 2 out of every 3 people that walk in your door tomorrow morning are becoming because of the way you served her, because of how important she was. Am I sharing secrets that we don't already all know this? Put your hand up if you didn't know that before I just said it. 2/3 of your traffic come because of how you serve her, what you give to her. It's not a secret. Everybody should know that. How many people exit greet customers? All right. Let me tell you a quick story. I have a couple minutes, I think, right? I'll tell you a quick story. 2007, we moved to Banff. I loaded my family. I was just telling the story. We moved to Alberta, Canada, from southwestern Ontario, sort of middle Canada. And we moved out to the Rocky Mountains. You know, it's a huge tourist town. Does anybody know where Banff, Alberta is? All right, so we're in the Rocky Mountains. And Marlene and I start on Banff Ave, is the main street in Banff. There's 314 retail stores on Banff Avenue. And we started just outside I can't remember the name of the hotel. We started outside the hotel and we started to walk our way up Banff Avenue. And we went in and out of stores. And I said to Marlene, oh my God, no wonder nobody ever buys in these stores. There's no acknowledgement. There's no greeting. Nobody even says bye. Thanks for coming in. Kiss my rear end. Get out. Nobody. And I said to her, let's have a little fun. Let's go in and out of stores. And the first store that exit greets us, we're going to buy. No budget, no restriction. We're just going to buy. And you know, Banff Ave has every kind of store you can imagine. From fashion to cigar to alcohol to gifts to trinkets to souvenirs. And we went in and out of stores. All the way up one side of Banff Avenue, 107 stores. Without someone saying hello or goodbye. Wow. We started going back down the other side of the street. We got about halfway. We spent about 4 minutes in this store, and I did one of these. Let's get out of here. This is ridiculous. And so we start walking to the door, and I reached for that door, and somebody said from behind the counter, "Thanks for coming in today. I hope you guys have a great afternoon." Shit. It was a jewelry store. selling the moose antlers, which would have been fine. You know, wasn't the guy selling cigars or liquor. No. Jewelry store. You know, the exit greeting made us feel, I mean, we were playing a game, but it was that point of recognition that someone took notice. What is an exit greeting supposed to do? To say goodbye? It's that one last chance you have to make a memory for her. A memory that must be shared. It's that feeling, it's that one chance that you get to say to her or him, thank you so much. I know you're going to have a great time on da 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 da. I can't wait to follow up with you. I can't wait to hear about the event. Right? Well, we'll pick on Laura. Laura, thank you so much for coming today. Have a great day. How many times do you think that kind of an encounter ends with a physical acknowledgement? What am I meaning? What do I mean? Say it out loud. A hug. How many of your customers reach back and hug you? You know, you've went through this process with them. That in our mind, this whole system, this whole process, right? It might have taken 15 minutes, it might have taken 55, but you asked enough questions about her that you moved her emotionally. You didn't dismiss her at the cash register. You have the receipt in the bag. Receipt in the bag, okay? Oh my God, what a great greeting. What a great exit greeting. What a great way to say goodbye to people. You know, I'm going to hold on to the receipt for you. I don't want anybody to see it. You got to make a memory that they're going to share. Remember this. All right, here's where the math starts. Sales. There are 10 probably Management 1 people in this room. Put your hand up if you're with Management 1 today. All right, I lied. There's 11. And I promise you, 2/3 of every single phone call they take starts with, how do I increase my sales? I need to get more sales. You want to get more sales? Focus on the 3 things that drive revenue in your business. Traffic, times conversion, times average sale equals sales. Traffic, the number of opportunities, the number of people that walk through your door. Times how many of them you convert to now a client or a customer. Times how much you sell them equals your sales. Let's do this math together. 10 people walk in my store. I write 2 sales. That's a 20% conversion. I write them each $150. How much are my sales today? $300. Exactly, $300 in sales. Traffic times my conversion times my average sale equals my sales volume. Tell me what happens when 11 people walk through my door. What goes up? Say it out loud. Sales goes up. What happens when I convert just one more opportunity to a customer? Say it with me. Sales goes up. What happens when I sell an outfit instead of a jacket, a scarf, a pant, a ski? Well, so I guess one ski. Skis, poles. What happens? Tell me what happens. All right. 10 people walk through the door. I closed 2 of them. I sold them each $150. How do you increase your sales by 10%? Add one more person. Close one more sale. Add a scarf. Not as an add-on, but as a complimentary item. Traffic equals customers, people you already own. Referrals, the people that they send in. And the experience. If you want to improve your traffic, improve your experience in store. Change the way you're doing retail. Make it about her experience, not your sales. Conversion comes from being able to engage an audience, understand what she needs, and present all solutions. Average sale. I repeat myself often. Solutions, solutions, solutions. Solutions meaning outfits. Don't sell a jacket without a tie. Well, a women's store, don't sell jeans without a belt. Don't sell a top without a scarf. Don't sell a layered piece without a base. Right? Don't sell a knit without a tag. Closing sales is easy. If you get to yes. Say yes. Say yes. Have you ever seen the movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey? It's freeing to say yes. Say yes. Stop saying no to your customers. Get her to say yes in your store. Here's my 5 simple rules. Hire salespeople for your store. Sales is something we teach people. It is a system or a process. Some people, we say, oh, they're great in sales. They have the gift of gab. That does not make them good at sales. It might make them good conversationalists. Hire sales people for your store and mask them as real people. God, what a novel thought. Coaching in your store, training in your store is an ongoing effort. How many people watch the football game on Sunday? How many people watch hockey? How many people watch basketball? All right, let's just pick on how many people watch figure skating or ballet? Or tell me the one thing that all of those people have. Coaches. What do the coaches do? During the game, what do? They lean down and they whisper in your ear. Hey, next time try this. Hey, the next time somebody comes in, let's try this greeting. Let's try to engage them this way. I can't tell you the number of retailers I go in and they say, oh yeah, no, we have sales training. We had somebody come in 3 weeks ago Sunday. And they talked to us. Oh yeah, we belong to this group. And once a year they send a trainer over. Right, do you know the turnover in retail? Average turnover in retail is 58%. How many of you have a 58% turnover? Well, if you hire young people, we will have. Young people are sometimes the best in the business. Right? They're the easiest for us to coach and counsel. Coaching is an ongoing effort, and you need to be on the floor. Your goal with every single opportunity is to create an ambassador. Right? A raving fan. How many people have heard of the fish market in Seattle? Right? Pike's Place? Tossing the fish? You know that they live by 4 simple rules. We play. We have fun. We have energy in our stores. Right? We are there for our customers. Being there. No distraction, just you and me. Right? Remember how you felt the last time someone gave you their undivided attention. How did it make you feel? Maybe not creepy guy Dan. I'm sorry. Right? But how did it make you feel?
Important.
Fabulous, special. Right? Make a memory for people that they must share. John said to his boys, our only mission today is to make a memory for people. You want people to leave and have to share that memory. Inventory is critical. Having the right inventory in the right category right now is how you sell Total Solutions. Does she want a big chunky knit sweater right now? Maybe in Vegas she does. It's warmer in Canada. Right? Is she buying a ski jacket from you now? Is she buying anything from before December right now in your stores? Right? The right inventory in the right category right now is how we drive business. We know that inventory is the foundational springboard to achieving a sale with her, to satisfying her needs. The right inventory in the right category right now. Retail is all about the details. How many people think it's easy? How many people thought they were going to become rich and famous? I'm almost there. I mean, they asked me to come and talk to you. I'm almost in this room of 70 people, they didn't even know who I am. That's good. Right? Retail is about the detail. Start peeling back the layers in your business so that you know where to make improvement. Anybody have questions? Yes, please.
Kind of two questions.
All right, 2.
Okay.
This is $6 for the second one.
So the sales part, got that down pat, can sell water to the well. How do I convert all of this? How do I convert all of this online where people can't see my personality?
Whoa, 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 whoa. What a great question. I can sell water to a whale. Right? But how do I get people online to see my personality? Wow. Laura, do you want to say how they get to see you? How do they know your personality? Live videos.
Every day, all the time.
You know what? You've heard this permission to play word. Authentic. Permission to play. Trite. Overused. Meaningless. People use words like authentic because they think it adds value. But they don't mean what they say. They lack integrity. You want to talk about authentic relationships? Stand in front of your customer and tell her who you are. Don't tell her, show her who you are. Your online store, your online presence, whether it's a website, critical, Facebook, critical, Instagram, critical, LinkedIn, critical, needs to be a picture into your store, not the way to keep people out of your store. I promise you I am probably alone or very, very lonely in this belief that e-commerce is unhealthy for your businesses. I don't care how much volume you think you're doing online, it is unhealthy. It pulls you away from your core focus. Tell me what your core focus is. Her. You live in a tactile environment. I'm not saying don't do business online. I'm saying you want to do it better, go at 2 o'clock and listen to Josh Orr. Josh Orr, he's got a great e-commerce presentation. But I'm telling you, if you can sell water to a whale, that's what it was, right? And you want to know how to get them to see who you really are? Put yourself out there. Let them see who you are. Use videos. Okay, that was question 1.
Okay, question 2. Now, with the whole retail apocalypse, so a lot of stores are closing now, and I only don't have a store, because DC is super expensive.
Sure.
What is your advice?
All right.
When you see all these stores closing, to someone that actually wants to open up a store?
Yes, all right. How many believe there's a retail apocalypse? How many people believe, you believe there's an apocalypse? Okay, fair. How many people believe retail stores are closing because they should? Thank you. The brightest mind in the retail world sitting at the back of the room, he's the first one to put his hand up. Those stores should be closing. If you want to be on that list, stop serving your customers. Stop bringing her the things that she wants from you. You can be part of that retail apocalypse. You can absolutely be the attrition that belongs in retail. Everybody's scared to death of these big stores that are closing. They should be closing. They have no understanding of what it means to drive the customer's experience, the in-store experience. That feeling that you get when you get to work with someone. You want to be successful in brick and mortar? Be committed. Not committable. That's my thing. I own that. Right? Be committed. Be committed to your path, to your vision. And if your vision is satisfying her needs, you will be successful. You have to know what that is. Right? Retail is closing today because it should. They suck. And I'm happy to tell anybody from any store that's got to close, and man, I feel so bad for you. I hope you're learning from this. I hope you're taking away the key indicators. Biggest indicator, your inventory sucks. Right? You didn't have the right inventory in the right class at the right time. You couldn't have satisfied her needs. How many people leave because you didn't have something she wanted? Right? I don't mean a lime green dress. She left because you didn't serve her. You've got 500 dresses hanging in your store. She didn't need the lime green one. And in fact, if she did, I'd have found out why she needed that. She wants St. Patty's Day, or what's the deal? Is that fair? Did I answer? A little harsh, maybe?
No.
Sorry. Any other questions? We've got a few minutes left. Yes?
Well, I've noticed in the last couple of years, a lot of people, we're in a resort town for one.
Yes.
They're traveling and they say, I can get this on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to make the experience a positive one, but I have a difficult time defending why they should purchase it at our store versus when they get home in the comfort of their home, it's shipped directly to them. How do we compete with that?
Sorry. Great question. Okay, so I'm in a tourist town. I have customers come in every day, and they say to me, well, I can get that at Amazon and have it shipped to my home. Was I... Does somebody want to answer that question for her, or do you want me to do it?
No experience on Amazon.
Doesn't matter if there's an experience on Amazon or not. Amazon doesn't matter. Amazon isn't part of our life. We make it as that's an excuse. An excuse, not a reason. An excuse, the deflection of blame onto something or someone I have no control over. The reason, the why it is the way it is. So Amazon, okay, work with me on this one. Walk with me. It is a reality. So your question needs to be, this is the box I'm living in right now. Dan, how do I get out of that box? How do I start to think differently? How do I compete with shipping it to the comfort of my home at the same price, at the same value? How do I do that? You ship goods. I mean, if the only reason we're not successful is because of what something someone else is doing, we'll always be challenged. And so I deal with those one at a time. And I don't talk bad about Amazon. I have my fingers crossed. Right? They can't deliver the experience that I can. And when you want to return that, it's as easy for you to return it to me as it is anywhere else. Because
we're providing the experience.
Yes.
They see the product in the store, but they get it cheaper, shipped directly to their house.
Sure. I mean, is that the right customer for you?
No.
Is that your customer? How many people know what my target market looks like? 6 out of 10 people that walk through your door are the exact same person. They fit in the same box. Geo, where they come from, where they live. Demo, age, money, right? Psychographic, the who they are. The who they are, right? Highly educated, travel, etc., etc. I think that that's a unique challenge that we all have. And the people that compete with Amazon today, again, please just take 5 minutes at the end of this and go back and talk to Mark Weiss or Dan Jablons. The two of them are sitting right there. And they're going to share stories with you about how to compete with that Amazon monster. I promise you, they have the answer. It is. It's thinking out of the box. Yes, ma'am.
I was just going to give her a suggestion that she can compete with the price and give them what Amazon is selling to her to them for, and then ship it to their house if they want to ship it. They have it right there on hand. You can pull it up online and say, "I compete with you, and you have it right here," and then that will be your solution. And
Yeah.
that one customer will have the experience there in your store and will come back. Maybe it's an opportunity for them to come back and return to your store.
There are very, very few customers that buy branded from you. Very few. You are the brand. You are the influencer in their life. They're buying from you, and they need to know that. And hey, this is how I respond. Of course you can get it on Amazon. You can probably get it cheaper. You can probably get it faster. But you're not going to see Amazon on the back of my kid's hockey jersey. This community is built on the back of retail. Not food and beverage, retailers. Retailers are the lifeblood of their community. The stronger we are as independent retailers, the stronger the community that we live in are. You know, people ask me all the time, why do you do this? And I say, in jest, in some cases, I live on a bipolar roller coaster. I live on the bipolar roller coaster of retail. And I recognize that my highs are completely aligned with my retailer's highs. My lows are completely aligned with the retailer's lows. My why is to help you get strong. The stronger you are, the stronger your community will be. You are the soccer moms and soccer dads and dance moms and dance dads and dance aunts and dance uncles. You're the reason that we have community. The hell with Amazon. They're not the reason. Stand up for yourself. Stand up to your customer. You know what? Maybe I can't get it there as cost effectively as they can. But when you have a problem, I'm here for you. And I want you to know what you're doing for this community. It may not be yours, but I am very much like the retailer in your community. And God forbid they go to a retailer in their community and buy it and make their community stronger. I'm all for that. Right? I'm not for them buying on Amazon. Sorry, I got off on a little tangent. Next question? Yes?
Can you talk a little bit more about salespeople and like the interview questions you ask?
Yes. Okay, here are my core values in my business. Number one, service above self. I believe in the betterment of the person standing across from me ahead of my own betterment. Service above self. And so, I want to make sure that these people are aligned with my values, my value propositions. Service above self. Give me an example of a time where you practiced service above self. How did it make you feel? I want to hear from people that they're okay being on the giving side, not the taking side. Right? One of our core values is we embrace change. Boy, oh boy. Isn't that the word of the day in retail? Change. We embrace change. And so I talk to my people, my interviewees, my candidates, about how they deal with change. Are you inspired, excited, or afraid of change? Give me an example. All of my questions in the interview, this is what I believe. I believe they're standing in front of you because of their resume, because of their history, because of what they have, this perceived experience. And my only job is to make sure that their values are aligned with mine. That their personality traits, the way they're going to carry themselves, is aligned with mine. And so I ask questions that uncover what their core values are. When I say you've got to be passionate, you've got to sound like this. You've got to be excited. How many times have you interviewed someone and they say, "Hi, my name is Dan. No, I really do love being on the floor. It's very exhilarating. I love customers." Right? You need them to be famous. I promise you there's nobody on your sales floor that's motivated by change. They're not the do-gooders in the world. They're in sales. They're motivated by fame. They want to be famous. Uncover that in them. Allow them to be famous. What comes with fame? Money. Right? They want to make money. Make this about their income. Understand what their income goals are. Not your sales goals. Make this about them. They're the same. They're an internal customer. And so you're asking questions to uncover who they are. One last question? Yes?
We're in a historic walking district in Colorado.
Mm.
A lot of people are just tapping in. They will say, "I'm just browsing." Now, how do you address that?
Of course they're browsing. Hey, listen, I love people to come in. There's a ton of new things in the store. My name is Dan, and you are? My name is Dan, and you are? I'm sorry?
I'm Lori.
Lori, it is so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in today. Do you mind if I check back with you? Enjoy your browse. Right? And Lori, that's new in the store. What do you think of it? You know, are you looking for yourself or for someone else? No, I'm just looking. Great. There's lots to look at. There's lots of new things. Enjoy your browse. Everyone is just looking. Everyone is just browsing. But if they find the right item, the right solution, at the right price, what's going to happen? They're going to buy it. Right? And all you need to know is, where's my trend? How many people do I engage and close out of that walk by traffic every day? And your mission is to close or sell one more. Right? Of course everyone's looking. They're looking for your help, Lori. And don't ever say help. It's wrong. Right? That's it. All right, listen, I'm going to hang around for a few minutes. Thank you so much for spending time today. I really, really appreciate it. There's a whole host of inventory experts at the back, retail experts. Grab one of them, talk to them. I'm going to hang around for a few minutes and want to ask a couple of questions.